1 North Dockstader Ave in Rome, New York. Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Authentic German beer, authentic German food. Try this schnitzel. Ask for a cross check. Utica's finest barber shop. Contact Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy.com. It's where Crosscheck gets his haircuts. Duratagre for all your new construction plumbing needs. Outside, inside, all around the town. Contact Dura. You need the pipe? They have the pipes. Utica Club Lounge, where the Yeti hang out pre-game and post-game. Incredible food. We have live music. Have a drink with the Yeti. Get some autographs. Bay Farms, where the beef's at. Where the hay's at. Contact Jimmy Fay. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. It's been a great season so far. What a score. Brandwide Distillery, Cortland, New York. Stop in, say hello to Jimbo, check out the shop. While you're at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic, maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brandwide Distillery, Utica Mac Incorporated. For all your sales and service needs, contact Branches Simile, CRM Commercial Residential Management. Contact Jason down at CRM, Robert Dix Jr. Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix, Rome Sign and Display Company, where we get all our banners here at the Yeti outfit. Liberty Affordable Housing. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and a friend of the Yeti. The B-Dry System. Water issues in your basement, on your property, contact Brandon at B-Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family Landscape, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. Make your yard Yeti ready. CBI Cables, what the pros use. Custom audio, custom video, network and power cables, built for your needs. CBI Cables, plug them in. Norris Candy, home of the original candy turkey joints. Check them out online or stop in 321 North.
Oh, the leg, great.
What's up, Yeti Nation? Owen, how are you? Greg Beecher, how are you? Yeti Nation, how are you, everybody? It's Monday night. We got special guest Owen with us tonight, who's been out there doing some investigative background work out in the Great Calgary area.
Out hanging with the Roughnecks, and he's going to keep us up to date with all that.
Greg, I'm looking at you on the picture. It looks like you've been rough-necked up. You got no neck. It's like invisible. There you go. As far as what a great week it's been for all these NLL teams. Everybody's got to be pretty pumped up to what they're seeing.
Starting to be real. Like, you're starting to feel the excitement. Everybody had their training camps. Everybody was going. I mean, Josh was filling us in with what was going in down at Albany. Owen, why don't you tell us a little bit about because you actually were playing right after their training camp?
Yeah, so with Lacrosse and Berries, we had floor time right after them, and me and some of the other guys got there a little bit early, and we watched like 20, 30 minutes before we went on the floor beside them.
And so you guys were like, hey, you're doing it wrong. This is how you got to do it. It gave you a chance to kind of tell them what they were screwing up.
Yeah. But no, the Roughnecks look in shape. Like,
you got to be excited to see your boy back, though. I mean, Curtis Dixon's back. I mean, that's got to be pretty fun. So you actually have Superman back. Unfortunately for you, the Seals, they have secured your boy Courier, and Zach won't be with you this year. But you still have Josh, right?
Yeah. No, Josh went to Ottawa, I believe.
So you don't have either Courier, brother?
No, we do not.
Oh, my goodness. So there's no more Couriers up there. Good thing you got Curtis Dixon back. Otherwise, you would have had a very long season without Delbs and any of your boys.
Yeah, we got Dixon. We got Dobie back as well. So Dane Dobie and Curtis Dixon back on the next.
Dobie stepped up at the playoffs last year. Was, I think, the only time he played, I think.
Yeah.
But sorry,
Oh, and I
Paul.
got a question. As far as do they play at the not right at their normal home rink? Do they? As
Uh,
far as practice
no.
and
So
tryouts?
training camp is at another building called the Calgary Soccer Center here in town,
Okay.
where because of the NHL, all the hockey teams that play out of the Saddle, they don't always have the turf in.
Now, the soccer facility, is it like a regular indoor soccer, or do they have actually plexi
Yeah,
and boards?
yeah. So they have boards and stuff.
Oh, all right. I was
It's
just wondering if it was the different.
it's an indoor soccer center. Like it has like 5 fields in one building, 4 in another building.
But does it have
Monster.
a set like box for like the ice hockey setup, or is everything like
Oh yeah,
soccer?
yeah. No, no. It's like a box.
Gotcha. Because I know we've
Yeah,
gone with the NABLL to a couple of those facilities where it's like full sheets of plexiglass. It's weird not having the half wall, and then they put plywood behind it. Sometimes you get a little different bounce.
yeah.
But no, the Firewolves got a big deal, and yeah, it's I don't know. I'm pretty excited. So he's got Sienna basketball is what Josh is watching. He's an all around Albany guy. I don't really get into too many of the other sports. It's
Yeah.
I don't even actually watch the Thunder too much. We've got a hockey team, and I should go more. I just really have never. I don't know. It's not
They're,
as exciting as watching box lacrosse. That's got me hook, line, and sinker. I tell you.
they're that affiliate to the Utica Comets. That's a
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
beautiful thing. Yeah,
th-
yeah.
They
The Thun-
were my Vancouver Canucks' farm team for a
that they
while when I
were.
was younger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just got the opportunity to walk around the odd and take a look, and quite the place. What a great
Yeah.
time.
It was funny. A buddy of mine's really big into minor hockey, so I told him I got to walk around where the Comets were, and he's like, "Oh, I want pictures. I want videos. Like anything you can send me." I'm like, "Okay."
That's amazing. All
Yeah.
right, we got some highlights we're gonna play in the background here while it
Oh,
goes. It's gonna blast everybody out for half a second. So sorry about that. That did kick
nice.
on. But yeah, no, this was nuts. I
Lax night.
believe, yeah, this was lax night. I think this is the game Grennan scored. Yeah, this is the one with all the crazy goals.
Oh wow.
This is the Bats playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He had some quite incredible goals.
yeah, it's nuts. Like that's we've got a few generic ones, and then it's instantly after the guy from the Bombers scores that one-handed beautiful stamps. Like that's got to be the goal of the tournament, 100%. I know it, and
Oh,
instead
oh,
it's yeah,
damn, that's a nice goal.
right afterwards. Yeah, that
They
one's
come
okay, but watch it's right here.
fast and
Oh no, it's not
furious.
that one. Yeah, no, this Bats team was insane. So the Bats team had a bunch of pros. Grennan, former
Yeah.
Firewolf, he played amazing. I forgot.
He,
Did he go
he's
to
playing for
Ottawa?
Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually interviewed him.
Yeah, he is an he I was really upset to see him go. He's one of my favorite players to watch, honestly, that I've ever watched. Oh, we've got Kai the goalie in the chats. What's up? Yeah,
Hey,
so
What's
Kai.
up,
Adirondack and
guy?
Utica are both affiliates. I did not know all of the affiliate hockey stuff. Oh yeah, here's that one-handed goal. Yeah, see, he just whoop.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, it was
Snuck it right
nasty.
in there.
Yeah,
nice.
Some great side camera shots come off of the you can
huge
get
thanks
from
to
the goals.
CBI cables. Yeah, right here. He just comes around, one hand rifles it in, and Stamper is literally saying that's the goal of the tournament. We're watching the highlight. While we're watching the highlight, this happens. Thank you very much, CBI, for
Whoa!
having it figured out for us so we could do that. But yeah, no, to have everything recorded. So yeah, literally on the big screen, they were watching that one and wondering like what happened there. We're gonna rewind. We might have to watch a couple extra highlights again, but that was
Yeah.
just nuts. Yeah. See, here goes that one-handed goal. Oh no, that one's just a big save.
No.
The goalie, I tell you, man, for the Bats was phenomenal, and unfortunately, I'm blanking on his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Kai, how are the Swarm? Have you made it down to anything yet? Because that means they're up and ready.
Yeah.
The here it comes.
Yeah, here comes the one-handed one. Like I said,
Yeah.
just a beautiful play. No room at all on the side of the net. Got it. I got to figure out that glare a little bit too. I'll get that dialed in here
Yeah.
sooner or later. I talked to the guy Todd Hunter from Todd Hunter Productions, and he's got a really cool silicone boot that he puts around on the plexiglass. So I'm hoping that's gonna get it. But yeah, no,
So it
this,
seals it up and makes it direct. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, that was just nuts.
He watched the Blue Squatch Blaine Stotler reel.
That's
what
what
that
it
is
was.
right there.
He saw the
That's what it
Blaine
was.
Stotler reel and just practiced it from there. For the rest of the night, he was just like, okay, I got to score one of those. No, he's just so much fun to, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so they just start this week with training camp down in Georgia. Kai's telling us, but yeah, I think he's right though. It really depends. So, we talked about it a little bit that any one of these goalies, you got to be careful because if Dougie gets hurt, you never know how the backups are going to be. I mean, they can be hot, they can be
Yeah.
cold, but I see Wood, who actually got cut from the Black Bears. He was a Firewolves goalie a couple years ago, I think. That Ethan Wood.
Nice.
But yeah, he was actually the first box lacrosse game I ever watched. He got in a fight with Hartley.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, I'm just curious, how many goalies and what goalies were down at Albany? If he did he get a chance to tell you at all, Greg?
Oh yeah, he was filling me in with all the. We can't give out too many of the Albany Homer stuff, you know. We can't
Right,
give
right.
the inside. I'm sure we got Halifax and all the other guys watching this and scouting out. They know Blue Squatch Productions has the inside scoop. We're gonna try this year not to give it all away on Albany. Like that kid right there, Chase Martin. I would be surprised that nobody ever picks him up.
Yeah.
Man, he's good. Yeah, they're another
Whoa.
huge save. He can play. He's lights out when he's on. I mean, you watch the way he played up in the President's Cup there at the beginning too, and then he didn't. I think he got hurt is what happened, and they kind of boggled after that. But no, man, when he's on, oh yeah, John Pierce, that was a phenomenal goal too.
That was
That's a
nice.
local Onondaga kid playing. He's so small though. He needs to get bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, there was some. This is the lacrosse here is so much fun because you see some of that silly stuff that you wouldn't necessarily see,
Yeah.
you know, in a game.
They're
But
letting it hang out. Well, they're quick quarters, and you got to do some crazy things.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fast and you gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's 4 15 minutes, right?
No, not even. It's 2 15 minutes.
2:15s.
2:15s
Oh wow.
is it's a quick tournament, and we were lucky enough. The Yeti played on Thursday evening, two back to back, and we won both and got into the gold bracket. And the gold bracket is no joke, that's for sure. These
No,
guys.
this is Grennan right here. He scored that one that just barely
yeah?
trickled by.
Oh.
And that was where having those side cameras where you could really just see it trickle over the net. I loved having that, man. I tell you, that is so cool. Like that's Marshall Paulus right there with that quick one-timer. There was
Number
a
8.
few
Yeah.
Firewolf helmets out there. Here it is again. I mean, Marshall, that was barely in his stick for like half a second. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
Getty
shot.
was. Yeah. Getty's here again. And so I tell you, when Getty came in, he's had some bright moments when he's come in, but he's definitely not Dougie, nor can you really expect him to be, or any team to have two number ones like that. But I think a big part of when we had a very rough year at the end, the first year was because, or the second year, I'm sorry, was Dougie just getting bombarded. You know,
Well,
I think
he
he
got an
just was
injury too,
exhausted,
didn't
and
he?
that he was injured, never came back.
Yeah.
Quite right, but that was, I think, not talked about as much, and it was easy because the team was not playing well around him. So, I mean,
Yeah.
what do you expect? I guess 3
Well, he
goalies in
came
camp.
back and Clarkey figured out, you want to know what, we need some superstars, and they went and got some superstars, and that definitely ignited the older statesman, and it didn't
This
hurt
goal
that
from
Dougie
Gates.
came back with a championship under his belt, and he was definitely in much better shape than the year before. I mean, physically, he was definitely looking good last year.
Yeah, he was in way, way better shape than he was the year before. And then unfortunately, this ended the tournament for that knucklehead. So
Yeah,
that's how that goes.
it happens.
Yeah.
Got the L gods.
This was the CTC and the L gods going, and this was
Oh wow.
yeah, there was the I tell you the talent out here, man, that was
Well,
nuts.
that's Team USA's starting goalie right there. I mean, the
No,
talent was
that's
there.
Roscoe.
Oh,
He
that
was
was
playing.
Roscoe.
Yeah, he was on the bench for this game. This is Roscoe Bucktooth in that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
Go was
Well,
actually opening the door.
yeah, but I mean, again, the talent, incredible talent. It was great to play against some of these guys, and Scott does a great job bringing in the talent. I can't wait to next year, and I'm
yeah.
sure it's going to be bigger and better next year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
no,
was
I can't
Chase's
I
first
can't
goal.
wait to hopefully see it one day.
Yeah, no,
Just
you got to
pick
see
it.
it. It's insane. This was yeah. So Kogan basically just took over the game at this point. That was one. Here's the second one. I didn't have to
Oh
cut a
wow.
clip for like, I think it was 3 or 4 goals. Yeah, I mean he just like catches that one off the board, reaches around, and that's
Boom.
Dempsey. Will Dempsey played at Onondaga. He's at Syracuse now. Team USA U21 goalie. I mean, he's no slouch. He is amazing. Yeah, Roscoe Bucktooth, that is his real name. Is at least that's what everybody calls him. I can't honestly say if that's his
Nice.
government name. I don't know. Everybody has
That
nicknames. That's
that'd be awesome if it said Bucktooth on your passport though.
no, their last name is Bucktooth. I know that's a pretty common
Ah,
name there, and I would
well,
imagine Roscoe's his real name. I think that's what it says on the score sheet when you look. But no,
huh.
yeah. Um, yeah, this one I love it too. So you see that's Roscoe running off and then he just turns
Yeah.
around, but you're going to find out why too cuz Chase gets the ball and starts diving in and he was just like, "Yeah, I
That's
don't
four
even
straight goals by him. He
yeah.
scored four right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I honestly I won't be too surprised. So he's 18 now. I think this check was beautiful too. I had to clip that one. But he's 18 now. Somebody's going to pick him up because he's going to go. I don't know. He's going to be like Simmons and Dyson and all those guys. He's on that level where you're going to have to sit on him for a year or two. You know, you're not going to
Yeah.
he's not going to make it that many years. I guess it comes down to who's going to pick him early enough and be willing to sit out that year
And he's
or
multi-sported.
3.
He's not just a box player. He's an incredible field player and
Yeah,
an
look at that
incredible
one right
hockey
there just
player.
tiptoeing
Yeah,
around the crease.
the kid is an athlete all the way around. Number 5.
Yeah.
And just ready to continue to go. How
Yeah.
about number 6?
Uh-oh, Kai has an unpopular opinion. He's saying in the
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
chat.
what is it, guy? Yeah, I
What
just
is
saw
it?
that too.
Yeah.
Come on, Kai, you can't leave us hanging like
Well,
this.
it's 30-second delay, that's why. So we'll watch another little
Oh.
highlight here from Kogan or two as we go. But no, they yeah, beautiful play, underhand pass. Everything all the way down. Cam Simpson started that one off. Right here, little toss underneath. It didn't go exactly to his guy, but it was one of those he threw it into space where he knew only his guy was going to be able to get it. And just a bunch of great plays. Yeah,
A
that
little
was the one.
flickery.
Yeah,
Good movement.
this one he gets run over in the back. I accidentally left that on his highlight reel too. I thought I cut it off the end, but I left it in the end. But no, it's interesting to see. We we need a better Fogo. Ooh, who is your face? Ah, that is a very unpopular opinion because Jeremy Thompson is the face-off guy for. So he's saying instead of having somebody that plays defense, oh, this goal by Garen John was sick too, as we were talking about
Yeah.
that. But no, yeah, I get what you're saying, Kai. That is definitely a very unpopular opinion. I wonder, we're gonna have to dive into his stats from last year and see how that goes. But I mean,
He did
everybody
pretty good in the playoffs, though, didn't he?
he does, but everybody likes to talk about how overrated the faceoff is. But that team that won the championship, they brought in a guy who strictly took the faceoffs and ran off the field. I mean, they absolutely Yeah, oh, get that banner out of here. I actually can't even be that mad
Paul
about it,
has
though.
Paul has to bring that out, hey?
Yeah, but to get to see Belter out there in his at the beginning too was just so cool for me. You know, we filmed him the year before. It really shows you like the amount of talent that's in that Can-Am league, and thankfully we were able to cover it, which is where we've covered a lot of these guys. You know, the rest of the time too. But I mean, yeah, no no lack of talent in upstate New York, that's for sure. And the youth coming up are getting better and better. Speaking of the youth coming up, we're going to talk a little junior Yeti here. We've got the Border Wars coming up. That's a beautiful goal by Creek Cathers. If anybody's never seen Crooked Arrows, go find yourself Crooked Arrows wherever you have to and watch that. And so Creek Cathers, Ty Hill. There's some Neil. There's a bunch of legends in that movie. A bunch of guys. Some Yeti. I mean, they were Onondaga guys, is how most of them were there. That was a laser from outside too. Do
It's
the
go on. I'm sorry.
well, I was looking at do they need another offensive weapon after Q and Thompson? So you've
Ooh.
got Miller down there, Zach Miller. Yeah, that was a terrible hit too, and like he felt awful right here. Watch, he just pops him, boom, and turns around. Oh wait, never mind. That was already the second view. But anyways, yeah, no, the I don't know if they need any more offensive guys. You've got Oates down there. Bomberry's getting better as he gets older. Uh I mean, I don't know. I think honestly, I think Georgia's biggest issue is just Dobson really didn't have the best end of the season. I think a lot of it was that, and a lot of it is yeah, they were winning games. I understand what you're saying. They did possessions are yeah definitely not overrated. But no, I don't know. I don't know. I hate playing that GM game because if you look, we'll jump on that Georgia roster. I doubt they have it completely updated yet. But when you look, I mean, they had Oates, and I know I'm forgetting somebody else. Oh, Jackson, Shane Jackson. And
Yep.
Jackson is freaking, man, he is good. So unless they lost him, yeah, Kai, 30 seconds. See, I beat him in it. Ha ha, Kai. That's where that 30-second delay comes in. I get to seem a little smarter. No, but yeah, Jackson and
Right?
they honestly started gelling towards the end there. They were pretty good. They came on strong towards the end. I just honestly think he's right. The defense needed to shore some things up a little bit, and yeah, possessions matter. These were coming down to pretty much all the games were 1 or 2 goal games. I mean, as you look, so the Firewolves, let's go through these transactions real quick, and then we'll talk a little more about some other stuff. But Firewolves
Yeah.
have Eric Fennell and Will Johansson on the active roster, so they're back fired up. I think Fennell is going to be a huge addition. I was a big Halifax guy. I know, Paul, you watch a lot of Halifax. What are your thoughts on Fennell? He was the younger offensive player there, been there for a couple years.
I'm pretty excited to watch them play as well. You know,
That's our first
Jammer,
exhibition game.
Jammer, yeah, Jammer. I want to see what the older guys. Did they play too much this summer? Did they play just enough to keep themselves sharp and they're fine tuned and ready to rock and roll? I mean,
Well,
goalie play is going to be huge in Halifax.
I think
Is
you're going to
Hill
see a
ready?
lot of guys coming in better because you have a bunch of guys that play PLL, which I'm not going to say is it's a pro sport. They're coming in shape, but
Yeah.
usually they don't get that world box experience. Yes, you have a ton of guys that only play box. I mean, the MSL is absolutely loaded up, with talent, and when you talk about the rosters there. But those PLL guys all got worlds in. You're going to have a
Yeah.
lot of guys coming in box ready, like ready to go that don't always. I think it's going to be a great start of the year. Our first exhibition game is against them. Del Bianco they officially placed him on the holdout list. That's not a surprise though to you though, right, Owen?
No, not at all. Like I've said, like I believe is gonna happen in my gut. Delves is gonna end up being a big transaction deal for the Warriors next year. That's my hot take right now.
Is he going before the end of this season or is he going to sit out a full year?
I think honestly, I'd like to see him play sometime this season, but personally, I think he's going to sit out this year.
I actually kind of agree with you. From what he said though, like when you watch his interviews,
Yeah,
unless something works out, I
yeah,
honestly see if Vancouver has the start of the year that I think most of us think they're going to on the up and up. I think you're going to
yeah.
see things going. But unfortunately, I see that the Seals have released Durston. He was a PBLA guy. He was a firewolf for a little while, so
Yeah.
I hate seeing that anytime you got any of the guys you know. But I'm sure you were not too happy to see that one. Zach Courier, 1 year agreement with the Seals.
I mean, I saw it coming. We got Dixon back for him. Both guys, friends of mine. I'm probably gonna buy a Courier signed pitcher in a Roughnecks jersey later this season. So
That is the thing. And covering as much of the sport as we do, I have like so many. I'm fans of so many guys that play on all these teams.
yeah,
I mean, when you get to watch some of the things that these guys do, it's absolutely insane. Like I cannot cheer against Chase Fraser after seeing that goal he scored in Allegheny.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's like one of the best ones I've ever. And like any team Nathan Grennan plays for, I can't cheer against him. I think the Seals they have done well, but I still
Yeah.
think it all comes down to the goalie. What are your thoughts on their goalie, OJ and Paul?
Ah,
Ooh.
ooh,
Who,
yeah.
who does San Diego have right now? Frankie?
So they had Allegrieri,
Ah,
right?
yeah. No, no. Liguri's good. Good for sure.
But you don't think he's going to be that guy. You don't see it. I mean,
I
they
I
believe in
don't
him.
know.
They took him. They traded Shigliano, right? Was who they traded for him,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I think
they got rid of him,
unpopular.
sent him to SAS.
Yeah, unpopular opinion. I think they should have kept Frankie.
Yeah, yeah. You're a bigger
Yeah,
fan of. Okay, I
yeah,
I could see it.
yeah.
I'm looking through the roster right now. Uh, here, you guys might as well look through it with me. Oh,
Nothing
wait,
against the Liguri. Oh, what's this?
that was a highlight game again.
Ah, I
Uh,
gotcha.
so Berg, Holding. Oh, Benesh though they did pick up Benesh. How many more years is Ryan Benesh playing, Paul?
Who
He's a
won?
heck of, why not? Keep going. Keep going till you can't go anymore. I mean, there's several of those players like that.
So you
Yeah.
got well. Speaking of which, so Mike
Who?
Poulon, he's a Kai. I got to ask you, what are your thoughts on that Poulon coming out of retirement to be the backup for the
Yeah.
Seals and to give Allegrieri that kind of guiding hand? I think it's a genius move. Poulon is a
Yeah.
I don't know. Mike Poulon seems like a real class act guy. I've watched him play.
I
Great.
think I. Oh, sorry, Greg.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I've interviewed him too.
Probably he is a
Yeah.
super nice guy. So if you talk to him, I'm sure he would have given you the time of day to do it
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, no, I see your Zach Courier on there. Unfortunately, for you, you don't get to quite talk to him all the time now. He won't be as close to you as he was. But what do you think about San Diego? Are they more or less wins than last season?
They got holes to fill. I mean, offensively, you got stats that I'm assuming is not going to be back. So that's a large void for them.
That's huge.
That's a large void. I mean, but on the positive side is it gives an opportunity for some kid to step up and take that lefty side and dominate it. I mean,
Caleb Benedict, is that Mike's kid? I think
he's
it
a
is.
younger kid. There's a couple of them, I think, isn't there? He was the one. He played. Yeah, he played last year. Spirits, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he?
Yeah, and we seen him at Laxney. I've got some pretty sweet highlights of his dad. If I ever get to him, I have been not making it through so fast. Brendan Bobberry, though. I mean, when you look through this lineup, I don't know. I mean, do we expect Georgia? They obviously, I don't think they're going to have the run that they had last year, but where they went on that streak. But I think if they can start off a little more consistently, they should do better. But no, I think Oaks and Miller. really, it comes down to Lyle Thompson. I mean, is he still going to be demanding the ball all the time, or is he quietly stepping into that other position? I guess is what do you how many more years do you think he's got going? I would say he's one of those freak athletes. He takes amazing care of himself, like Tom Brady level. Like when you see what he does for workouts and stuff, he is insanely good shape. Like
I
he's crazy.
I think he's noticed the as far as going with age, with stepping back from the PLL concept and focusing more on uh, the box and physical and family and you know, so that may be a benefit. I mean, coming off of Worlds, they did incredibly well and played awesome. So again, he's going to be in shape, like you just said. He's an incredible athlete doing incredible things. He's got a couple more years, absolutely,
Easily.
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, easily. So I mean, the real question is Matt Vince. I guess let's just go there. How many more years does Matt Vince have? Let's.
He's
I'm going to
he's
put it this way. I'm going to say 2 more seasons. You're going to say over or under? Two.
under.
Oh,
Owen, what do you think?
I'm gonna say two.
You're going to say
Unfo-
two. So you're going to say under. You're going to go with under.
Yeah,
All right. So I don't think he's going to go over two. We're going to see how the not playing in the summer treats him. I think it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a rough beginning of the year for them. I wonder what they've done, who they're bringing in for practice goalies is what. I mean, when you look at the roster, they've got Orleman on it right now. I don't expect these are all up to date all the time, but yeah. So Orleman, they brought him in last year. What was he? The Riptide the year before.
yeah.
So obviously they weren't. Shanahan was who I believe they had practicing. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens to Buffalo. But I think the style they play helps him out a lot too. I think it's kind of just that perfect wedding of system, player, team, everything just kind of lines up. They really have that everyman mentality on offense and defense, though. I mean, look at
yeah,
their superstars. They'll get a few goals, but everybody on that team is expected to get like a couple goals a night. It seems like on offense, up and down that roster. I mean, you can go Fraser, yeah, anybody you can think of, Kluche, Nanakoke. I mean, and when you talk Kluche and Nanakoke, those are probably you get less goals from them a night, but nobody's surprised if those guys get a hat trick.
Oh, and they can go off for more than that too. I mean, some of the things, you know, watching them again at Worlds, it was crazy because all these guys are the pro players. It was, you know, talking about Buffalo and watching Nanatoke play and watching Smith and Josh play. It was incredible to be right there, Birds front. You know, Owen sees it quite frequently. You know, and so do you, Greg, in regards to being at the Albany games, where you know, for myself, you know, I hit it here and there, but to be that close, literally standing side by side to these guys and seeing the athletes that they are and then watching them play, offensively, they can turn it on when they want. And yeah, Zach Carrier, he's going to be a little bit older on the left side, but I think he's still got time. He's an older goat, but there's a reason why you call them goats. It's,
yeah,
Uh, Bringing up the point with Lyle staying home and playing that, I mean, box is not easier on your body than field, I don't think, though. So, I mean, you talk
no,
about Dane, same thing. You're playing box all the time. How long, and his style, man, he likes to
yeah,
run into guys.
they take a beating. You
Yeah.
know, that's
He he,
crazy
he plays
beatings. You
defense.
know,
He blocks it. I think yeah, I would say that's it. I'm sorry, I'm in the comments here, but I would definitely say the Swarm are a very middle of the road team. And 5 is a very safe pick. I honestly think the Swarm will be right on the cusp of the playoffs, I'll say, and they probably will be eliminated in the first round. But I do think they will make it. I mean, who would you say? Let's pick one team that's a lock that's not going to to make the playoffs. Go ahead, throw in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking too.
Ooh.
But everybody pick one team that is absolutely not going to be into the playoffs this year. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say the Rochester Nighthawks.
Oh.
If I was being,
Oh.
if I had to bet the house or something important, I'd probably pick the Wings. But I'm gonna say the Nighthawks because if Hartley doesn't stay healthy, we saw what happens to that Nighthawks team. They are very good offensively, but defensively they fall apart fast without Hartley because a lot of that defense is built on a transition style, having that threat of the guy getting out. And Hartley, he's a lot like Delbs. Jumps up, throws the ball, gets it lasered down the field. Ooh, coming in strong in the chats with the Calgary. Sorry, OJ, Calgary not making the playoffs, Josh says. So,
Oh, you
just
know
like
what,
that,
Josh?
Vegas as well. Vegas would be a safe bet as well. Honestly, I don't know. It's tough to say. What does Hartley look like when he comes back? I don't know what he does in the summer. I don't know anything about the kid. I don't follow him. But I'm,
You want to know something
yeah, I'm
funny,
gonna
Greg?
say. Panther City. Kai, that's a cop out. Kai, that's a cop out.
Yeah. You know
I'm
what,
saying the
Josh?
Black
I was
Bears.
actually gonna say Calgary too.
No
But
kidding.
all right. So Paul, who you picking?
I'm going Black Bears. I don't think.
Ooh,
Oh,
that is a very spicy take.
yeah.
The only reason I don't want to say I think you're definitely going to be wrong is because you also told me Jeff Teat was your number one pick. I said he was overrated,
But
but
I'm sitting
now
there.
you pick against him.
I didn't say. Well, there's two different things. Where were he last year? They were the bottom of the barrel as far as that goes, anyhow, and I still took them number one. But I still think your pick with the Rochester is a tentative. Everybody's jumping over their former champs. Rochester, I think, wants to be part of the conversation again, and as far as Smith is definitely going to come back with a little bit. Stronger, hopefully consistent right straight through because it's in their pedigree. It's
I
Rochester.
think the reason Rochester doesn't make the playoffs is because of Ottawa. That's the only reason I feel fairly confident picking it. They picked up Higgins. I think most of the problems last year were with their goalkeeping. I think they've improved it greatly. And I honestly think Philadelphia, they they got rid of the best part of their team, which was Higgins. So yeah, good luck down there, boys.
They signed. I seen Isaiah Davis there. Uh, One of
He
their
is, yeah,
things.
he's a blast to watch. Great American player.
Yeah.
Stud athlete, one of those transition guys, gets up the floor. But the problem is that's he was basically one of the only bright spots. They had a couple other bright spots on the defense that's starting to come together. But I don't know. Philly is going to be. I think the problem is you're bringing in new people. Nothing, Rome wasn't built in a day. Nothing is going to happen overnight. Look at Albany had to have some very bad years to get to their epic year. You don't build a dynasty overnight. How long has Tavares been there? I think it's yeah, I agree,
Yep.
Josh, but I still think they're too far.
Well, we're gonna find out. That's
We're
the
gonna
beauty
find
of
out. That's the beauty of it
that's the
all.
beauty of that's everybody's got their go-tos. Here's the next question: is who you picking first, Greg? You asked me first last year. Who's your number one pick if you were to start a team and you want your first player? Who you going with?
Oh boy, so I'm starting a team and I'm picking a guy. Uh I'm probably gonna pick Dougie right now
Go on.
after the year he had last year. Seeing how important. Oh, OJ's trying to black himself out over there. But the year he had last year. So honestly, though, I'm still very hard pressed not to take Nardella again because Nardella, I think, is one of the most improved defensive athletes. He gets better every year. He's getting stronger. He's one of those freak athletes. The workouts that guy does are insane. And just like you could see the way he takes care of himself, does like all his real estate stuff on the side. He's a different level athlete, and he is the guy that maybe he doesn't have that 70-80% win season anymore because maybe some of those younger guys are hungry and coming up. But 30 seconds left in the game. We need the possession. There's nobody else I'm sending to that line if I have a choice other than Joe Nardella.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thoughts on it. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. OJ, you get the number one pick. Are you taking Delbs?
Ooh.
You can pick anybody you want in the league right now. Anybody that you want in the league. Josh very quickly threw in Jeff Teat.
I mean, Teat's a solid choice for sure. Let me think for a minute.
I mean, really, do you go defense? Do you go offense? It's tough to say.
Yeah,
Where do you really want to go with it? I personally think goalie is
I
what wins you the championship, though. A
goalie
healthy
wins
goalie.
championship. Yeah, goalie wins championships for sure. And I'm gonna say I would take Nick Rose.
Nick Rose, solid pickup, a great human being. Other than he had to rub it in my face that he scored on us last year. I hope you enjoyed your ice cream, Nick Rose. All right, Paul, you taking Jeff Teat again? Who you taking?
I'm stepping into the Rochester frame of mind, and I'm going with Connor Fields. I'm gonna go.
I said they're not gonna make it. You're gonna say, "Oh yeah, take this one, Mr. Beecher," and double down, Blue Squatch.
I'm doubling down on the kid. As far as last year, he was my second pick last year, and I'm gonna make him my first pick this year.
Connor Fields is a great player. He needs the ball a lot to do it. I don't know. Him and Tom Schreiber are right up there with some of the best American players ever. I definitely, I won't say that it's not a good pick. I'll just say it's not my pick. Honestly, I hope I eat my words because I do love watching that Ryan Smith play. His style, he's just a monster kid. Big, yeah, and it's amazing. Just ask the Archers with a wink. I love it. He knows. All right. So the preseason are exhibition games. Not all games are open to the public. Albany taking on Halifax. Calgary going to Toronto. Vegas, San Diego, Ottawa, Georgia. The opening weekend is kind of that. Albany's going to take on Rochester. I got to see if I can get myself into that game at noon, November 10th, Sunday. Paul, we might be making a road trip out to Rochester.
I got some turkey joints.
I'll
Hey, Charity's driving, and we got some of Jimbo's vodka.
All right, sounds like a plan. And he's buying a plane ticket. OJ's flying out. But I mean, the exhibition games, like they said, they're not even all going to be open. Some guys, how much stock do you even put into it? Yeah,
there's too many players right now. As far as Halifax had their purple and orange game right off the bat. So I mean, there's quite a few different ways of going about it. Who's out there? How many guys aren't returning?
Yeah.
Who's the young unnoticed that went through Worlds or whatever, or came out of Worlds, and all of a sudden they seen some stud from Jamaica that all of a sudden is on the practice squad. And I'm just throwing things out there, but the talent is all over the world now. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it really makes you wonder. You go to all these training camps. That's why I like watching that transaction wire. I think the next couple weeks are going to be interesting. This is where you'll really start to see some stuff shaping up because guys are going to start trying to find out, well, hey, if you don't want me, is there anywhere I can go? And that's where a lot of guys kind of have to play that. What are we doing? But no, I'm excited for the year. We've been doing this for 45 minutes. It's supposed to be our off season where we do a half-hour show. As always, I love doing this, Paul Noecker. Thank you so much for being you. Owen Falk, thanks for joining us this week. What do you think, Owen? I got to ask you, what place do the Calgary Roughnecks come in? Top 8 go to the playoffs. Where are they coming?
I'm going 6. 6 or 7.
Okay. Paul, since you picked Connor Fields, where are the Nighthawks going?
The Nighthawks are going to come in at 5.
I'm going to say 10.
10.
I'm going to say 10. I'm going to say Albany's first, Buffalo second, And yeah, no, I think we actually will do that. We're gonna have to sit down next week before it gets started. We're picking 1 through 8. We're gonna go right out on a limb and just
Cool.
start talking crap and let's go.
I'm all about it because I know what this banner that hangs to my left here is looking for its three-peat right next to it. So I'm excited to watch the little Buffalo Bandits ball get ready, and it's going to be great. Great season coming up. Very excited. Very excited.
I'm excited because he just said, Josh said they're all in Toronto, so I happen to know somebody, a couple people out there.
Nice.
So
Yeah, yeah. That's
Well,
what
the east ones are in Toronto. West one, the West Canada ones at least are in BC.
BC,
Yeah.
I already told you I don't go out west unless I'm gonna drive, and it's gonna take me way too long to drive over there. The games will be over by the time I get out there.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Yeti Nation. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out, Yeti Nation. Much
Peace
love.
out, Yeti Nation.
Later, Juice. The pros use custom audio, custom video, network
Alright.
and power cables built for your needs. CBI cables. Plug them in. Norris Candy, home of the original candy turkey joints. Check them out online or stop in 321 North Dockstader Ave in Rome, New York. Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Authentic German beer, authentic German food. Try this schnitzel. Ask for a cross check. Utica's finest barber shop. Contact Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy.com. It's where Crosscheck gets his haircuts. Duratagre for all your new construction plumbing needs. Outside, inside, all around the town. Contact Dura. You need the pipe? They have the pipes. Utica Club Lounge, where the Yeti hang out pre-game and post-game. Incredible food. We have live music. Have a drink with the Yeti. Get some autographs. Bay Farms, where the beef's at. Where the hay's at. Contact Jimmy Fay. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. It's been a great season so far. What a score. Brandwide Distillery, Cortland, New York. Stop in, say hello to Jimbo. Check out the shop. While you're at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic, maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brandwide Distillery, Utica Mac Incorporated. For all your sales and service needs, contact Francis Simile, CRM Commercial Residential Management. Contact Jason down at CRM, Robert Dix Jr. Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix, Rome Sign and Display Company, where we get all our banners here at the Yeti outfit. Liberty Affordable Housing. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and a friend of the Yeti. The B-Dry System. Water issues in your basement, on your property, contact Brandon at B-Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family Landscape, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ, make your yard